I'ma hold everyone's hand real tight when I say this, but Pinterest is ruining your style, babes. It is. It is. Hello my angels, welcome back to another video. I'm Chelsea. If you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about why Pinterest is ruining your personal style. You might be wondering why. It's great. It gives me inspo. It gives me all of the above. I get life on Pinterest. It's my hobby. Same girl, same. And I had an epiphany when I realized that everything I saved on my Pinterest, I already have. And I wear exactly the same as it was styled on the Pinterest, as exactly how the girlies on the Pinterest app style this clothes. I have that. I have everything. But I don't look like them. I wondered and I thought to myself, why don't I look like them? Number one reason why Pinterest is ruining your personal style is because it has an overexposure to trends. Pinterest algorithm is perfect. It pushes all of the repetitive things, all the trend-based outfits, making it seem almost like some styles are only the right ones. And it's like it's so intentional with the way it pushes it out. If you see it on Instagram, you probably see it on Pinterest because that's how the algorithm works. And then this kind of creates a trend fatigue where you constantly see and chase the latest new thing, the latest new aesthetic, the latest new hot style instead of refining your own. Number two is the copy-paste styling. Many people end up, recreating Pinterest outfits exactly the way it looks on the Pinterest, like to the T. And you do that instead of taking the outfit and then making it adapt to their personality and to their body and to how it looks and everything. And you don't consider how this outfit is going to look in your lifestyle or on you. You don't realize that it's not supposed to be a copy paste. It's more of analyze, criticize, buffer, and then adapt and recreate. Third reason why and how Pinterest is, ruining your personal style is because it gives you unrealistic expectations. As many of you already know, many Pinterest outfits are styled for certain events, for photo shoots, for weddings, and especially the ones that you see on influencers, styled for a certain occasion, photo shoots, and not exactly real life. And some of them could be very impractical, like the perfect lighting, perfect heels, body glow, and all of these things. And it makes you feel like, I can get that. I can achieve the same look if she's in a bathroom and she looks this perfect. I have a bathroom. I have body oil. I have that stress. I can make this work. But you're not considering the lighting that the picture was taken in, the exact location, the amount of work, and you only get to see the last picture that looks good and not the 50,000 pictures, the tryouts that the person probably took and didn't post. And that's how we are. That's how humans are. That's how internet's supposed to work. I'm aware, but it's just that we forget and then we blame ourselves at the end of the day, and then you wonder why. I'm telling you why, babes. I'm telling you why. Number one would be to use Pinterest as a mood board and not a shopping list. In that way, instead of copying outfits, you focus on the overall vibe, the overall color, the overall silhouette, the overall, textures, and all of these things. Not exactly the outfits, the piece of clothing, but the way it looks, the way it flows, and how and what you can do to make this exact same silhouette look good on you. And then you save images that feel right to yourself, things that you can actually wear in real life, and not just what's hot and trending, and not something that's not realistically achievable. And I do this because I have two boards where I'm my actual personal style. I save things I can actually wear. And then I have another board that's called dreamy outfits. This is where I now go all out. I save all the unrealistic things that I cannot achieve right now as a 21-year-old in a small little dorm. I put all of that in there, and I can use that as a mood board for my future me, or just for me when I'm a baller. But for now, I will focus on things that are my actual thing and things that look more like me and I can actually attain. Number 2 of how to utilize Pinterest for you would be to analyze the patterns in your pins. Look for reoccurring themes. Do you always pin neutral outfits? Do you always pin like oversized tailoring, almost that boyish look? Or do you always save feminine dresses and all of the above? Identify one of these patterns and why you gravitate towards them. Redefine them, for it to be your own personal style, your core style. Make the overall aesthetic, the overall vibe of everything that you saved, and then you can realize and really attain to what it is that your personal style is. And I don't believe in only having one aesthetic. You could have 15. It all matters about how you blend them together to make it personal to you and to make it more you, in a sense where you're wearing something that makes you feel like the baddest girl in the room without really having to compromise and not having to change your whole wardrobe to this one thing because you want to fit in this particular aesthetic of Pinterest. And I don't believe in that because it's not sustainable, and we're human beings. We change our minds every day. It's like, what do you want to have for lunch today? You want to have a salad? You won't want to have a salad tomorrow. You won't want to have the same salad in 2 years. It's the same way with clothes. It changes, and I don't think that clothes are trendy. I think we are, as human beings. We love the change, and the world is constantly changing. Technology is changing. Why do you think your personal style will not be changing? It's just that it should be changing to fit you more and to attain more to what you are doing at the moment than what you aren't. You get what I mean? We're on the same page here? Right. I knew you'd get it. See? I knew you'd get it. Next tip I have is to diversify your feed. Follow stylists, designers, old school fashion inspiration instead of just influencers. Save things like paintings and analyze the colors that you like. Analyze the things about the painting that you like. Save things like a particular designer's work and see how they do their cuts and see how they do their patterns and all of these things, and then take those things and then analyze how you can recreate that in real life. Search for like editorial shoots, vintage fashion, runway looks from way back. They're all on Pinterest. And if you make sure your feed looks diverse, then you wouldn't want to feel that you have to succumb to only one aesthetic or a certain thing that's trending, because you'd be practically unaware to what's trending, and what's trending would just be what you like. In that sense, personalize the Pinterest to make it you. You should pin your interest, not pin what's trending. You know what I mean? Number 1 would be street style in your city. Like I said, where you live, like where I live in Korea right now, all of the girlies are obsessed with skirts over pants. All of them. They're so obsessed with it that it doesn't really matter what color it is anymore. They just put a skirt on top of the pants and they feel like it's an outfit. Especially now they're obsessed with the little short ruffle. Just a little, it's not even a skirt, it's just a little like belt that's like a ruffle around your big pair of jeans, and the girls are obsessed with it. And all of these things are stuff that I analyze in my city and in my place that I live right now, so I can feel like, how does this affect me? Do I want to, do I want to also partake? Things you see in real life, how do they affect you in your city? Like, do I want to wear Uggs now because everybody's wearing Uggs? And it's like, you can actually feel the influence that you get because everyone in the streets are wearing them, and it makes you want to wear them, makes you want to partake. It's like people are saying, oh, skinny jeans are coming back. Well, all of the uncles and old people and aunties in the street in Korea, they have not let go of their skinny jeans yet. They haven't let go of like their floral pants just yet. They haven't let go of like their caps or stuff like that. They haven't let go of the color black. People love wearing black here, and it's like you analyze all of these things and you can notice like their choices, how they layer, and you can also see something you like and be like, I want to try that. I want to get into it, because you see it in the street, you see it in the train, you see it in the bus. And I know your mom says, go out more, touch grass. Do it for your personal style. Do it. If you're a fashion girly and you want to see real time what's actually trending, what people are loving at the moment, just walk outside. Walk in the most popular neighborhood, walk in the least popular neighborhood, and you'd see. I get inspired by old people every time, every day, on the bus, on the train, everywhere. I get inspired everywhere. I almost to the point where I literally feel like telling this girl, oh my god, your outfit's so pretty. And of course, I'm not sure people do that in Korea here, but like, the urge is strong, and sometimes I do succumb and go like, your outfit is bomb, I love your outfit, babe, you slayed that. And it gets you so motivated to try and just go outside. Another thing that's not Pinterest that I feel like you can get so much inspo from are films and TV shows and television and all of these things. And just looking at the costume design and cartoons, like I watched a cartoon called Hilda in 2018, and I'm rewatching it now, and it's like filmed in the winter time, and she wears these cute little red boots with a scarf and a cap, and I'm just like, oh my god, she looks so cozy. And I got inspired by her little red scarf, and I was like, oh, I hate red, but I don't know why I love this for Hilda, and I low-key want to incorporate that with a color that I love. You know what I mean? The cohesiveness of this cartoon character Hilda's outfit. Basic movies could do, or like it doesn't have to be fashion related, but it could be any movie at all. I watched Ugly Betty. I will rewatched Ugly Betty again, and I was thinking to myself, Betty's outfits are not that bad. It's just like, it's all so, I don't know, it's so like, especially when it's fashion related, it gets me so excited just because I'm so interested in fashion. I love watching films and dissecting what they're wearing and how they're wearing and how it flows in the movie and which scenario that they're wearing it in and what color and who the person is, if they're same skin tone as me. How can I just, it's so much you can learn by just watching a TV show. Christmas movies, they make the perfect inspo for like winter. For spring, watch like Spring Love Story or something, And when I read books and they describe the like main character's outfits, I'm always like, I could see myself wearing what this main character is wearing, and it's just like, it could be in your head and you could still be inspired. It doesn't have to be Pinterest, and you could just like pay attention to how the clothes like reflect the character and the mood of the main character in these movies or in these books or in the art piece and all of the other. Instead of the Pinterest algorithms, another thing that could inspire you to like dress up is, of course, runway collections and editorials and all of these things. The vintage ones, the latest ones, the old ones, the ones that didn't do so well, the ones that people love. Just analyze and watch and just see how the models look in the clothes and how the clothes feel. Just imagine, just like set the scenario, set the scene, pay attention to how the clothes are being walked in, because that's how you walk. Like when you wear a clothing, you need to think of how it flows. And I said this in my personal styles video, but you need to think about how it looks when you stand, when you sit, when you walk. And I feel like the runway walks give it to us when it comes to like walking, and I love that attitude that they add into it, because it makes me feel like I could strut in a long maxi skirt, with a nice little beaded top. I can see it, you know what I mean? Last one is a little bit, you didn't see this coming, but your own wardrobe and your own lifestyle could be inspiring to you. I feel like, as a girl who's studying accounting and business, I just see myself in that like corporate world, corporate baddie, and I see it, and I always imagine myself like working at work, and I can see and analyze, like I can just imagine what clothes I'd be wearing if I was going to work. And if you are actually a corporate baddie in real life, in action, a corporate baddie in practice, then get inspired by your workplace. Get inspired by the lifestyle that you lead. Get inspired because you have to wear the little mini pencil skirts and the little heels and all of these things. Get inspired by the fact that you have to be by the printer every time. Get inspired by that. It's beautiful. I'm not saying go as an office siren, but like, get inspired. If you're a doctor and you save people, you know, how do you want to look in this scenario? If you are, you know, a bank broker, I don't know what people wear as at the bank, but get into it. You know, get into your wardrobe and get inspired by things that you always wear and you wear all the time. Get inspiration for clothes that you wore when you were 10. Get inspiration from your parents. Get inspiration from just opening your wardrobe and seeing that top that makes you happy and analyzing what about this top that makes you happy and what about this top makes you want to wear it all the time. And honestly, the best people who get inspired by their lifestyles and their jobs are influencers, because that's their jobs. Wearing trends and outfits are literally their jobs. Of course, they're going to be wearing all of the new trends. They're going to be trying it because that's their literal job. People get fed off of this. And it's like they're doing it right, you know, making sure that their lifestyle fits with their clothes. Do it for yourself as well. As a university student, what do you want to be giving? What do you want to give to uni? Mysterious little girl who's just like reading in the library? Or do you want to be that damsel in distress with a white little dress in the spring, blowing in the wind? What do you want to give? Do you want to give baddie, just like black all the time, rock star? What do you want to give? A girl who fears God, modest? Give it to them. You know, just think about what you want to, you know, put out there into the world and then make it come to life, you know? Yeah. Go to the museum is another tip, but I guess that's maybe a pretty personal tip because I don't think the museum might work for everyone. And art is seen in many different ways, and the way you see art could be different to someone else, and you could be inspired by the background and I could be inspired by the literal main character in the art piece, you know? Your personal style should fit your daily routine, the climate, your personality, and not just look good in pictures, but look good in theory as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, my angels. I hope you guys loved it. Give me your thoughts in the comments and any other way you think you could find inspiration, and I would love to hear from you. Bye. Love you. Mwah.